Hello, 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 my wonderful people. Yeah, we have another very, very interesting story that I'm sure a lot of Naomi fans will be jubilating about already. Now, you guys are aware that our dear Queen Naomi has been away for quite some time now. You recall that we did a story how she left Akure, and went straight to Dubai to cool off, as we were told and as we reported back then. Okay, yeah, I'm sure you remember how she had the fun of her life, in saying that's a seven-star hotel. Okay, we reported that to you. Don't forget that she left Dubai straight to Ireland, Dublin precisely. We also reported that to you. But the good news reaching us from the grapevine right now is that our own dear Queen Naomi has returned back to the royal mansion. Don't forget when I say royal mansion, I'm not saying the palace. You recall that the royal mansion is one very, very gigantic, solid building that the Ooni of Ife graciously gifted uh, 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 to Queen Naomi. I mean, and don't forget that this is one place that the all the Ifa wives have been trying to put their eyes on. But of course, what Ooni has given, he has given. So the news making the round right now is that Queen Naomi is finally back from all those trips, back to Nigeria and back to the royal mansion amidst jubilation galore. And it's alleged that Uni, in spite of his 7 day seclusion in commencement or commemoration of the Oloja festival, he's able to, one way or the other, set up a team to immediately go to the royal mansion to formally welcome Queen Naomi back to Nigeria. And we are told again that the Olories are said to be in palpable shock as their perceived tormentor in chief is back. Yeah, you heard me right. When you hear me say tomato and sheep, it's not like Queen Naomi is a troublesome person. Everyone knows that she's a very, very, harmless person. An epitome of humility, very calm, very affable, very amiable, kind of person. But when I say a perceived tormentor and sheep, what I mean is, as far as the Ifa wives are concerned, they see Queen Naomi as, somebody that torments them, even without touching them. Some of these things, even in the spiritual realm, they just the Queen Naomi is just tormenting them everywhere, left and right. So to them, their tormentor in chief is back. So we are told that despite Ooni of Ife's 7 day seclusion, which has already started, but they said he allegedly or immediately assembled a team to meet with Queen Naomi. Okay, this is as usual. This, as usual, has created consternation in the Oloris because they never expected Uni to do this because he's supposed to be in spiritual seclusion for 7 days. This is what he normally does to usher in the famous Olojo festival. So to them, now, wow, how is it that Oni that is supposed to be in that 7 day, observing the 7 day seclusion, is able to also just know that their tormentor in chief is back to town? The sheriff is back to town. So their worry now is that how is it possible that Ooni of Ife, who's supposed to be overwhelmed with the spiritual attention he's supposed to be getting from his forefathers, how is it that he's able to now put himself together and send people to go and welcome Queen Naomi? These Ife wives, they don't seem to know what is happening. They don't even know that while the Ooni of Ife went into this 7 days seclusion, we are told, it is alleged that while he was there, immediately he got there, the first thing he did was to try to, seek the face of his gods. They have so many gods, over 400 or so. If what we heard is right, they said the Leife people have more than 400 gods that they worship. So we are told that he was in the presence of his gods, and one of the first thing he sought to sort out was to appeal to them, all the gods combined, to help look into his constant back and forth drama with Queen Naomi. It's like he has already told them, appeal to them to intercede on his behalf spiritually. Okay, that is what we heard. Okay, so but there's, however, a problem for Ooni of Ife as we hear his own tormentor in chief in the person of Queen Naomi's uncle. Remember that pastor? That pastor who made that statement, with due respect, sir, and later followed with Gbasgbos. So why the strange thing that is happening here now is this? It's very funny. What a coincidence. The funny thing now is that why the Oloris are in palpable fear, living in palpable fear because they feel their passive tormentor in chief is back. On the other hand, or incidentally, Ooni of Ife now, even though he's jubilating that his heartthrob, his soulmate, is back to town and is busy sending people there, he's also been alleged that his own tormentor in chief, this pastor man, this uncle of Queen Naomi, we gave a report on him. We've done like 2 or 3 reports on him now. And don't you guys recall that this man does not have time for nonsense? He just gives it to you the way it is. Do you know this is one man that has stood so well behind Queen Naomi, making sure that Queen Naomi has her freedom eventually. It's like for this man, for this pastor, this man of God, it is now or never for this freedom. So we are told that the bad news for the Ooni of Ife is that his chief tormentor, the uncle to Queen Naomi, the pastor, is also about to arrive in Queen Naomi's royal mansion in further consultation with Queen Naomi's family. Now, wow. So who is going to get to the royal mansion first? Is it the team that the Ooni is sending to go and welcome Queen Naomi, or this dreaded pastor? Who is going to get to that royal mansion first? I wish I could just, I mean, transplant myself, to that very royal mansion to see the drama that is going to take place. Assuming this pastor arrives there before the team of Queen Naomi, the team of Ooni of Ife, I'm just wondering the kind of altercation that will happen there, because this pastor will not allow Ooni to, just have his way as he always does. I'm sure he will not allow any praise singing or whatever to happen. Okay, so it appears a family meeting has been scheduled in the royal mansion, and for the uncle to come all the way from I think Australia or thereabout for this, it tells you how important this family meeting is. So the days ahead will be very, very interesting indeed, as we are very anxious to know what the outcome will be. We want to know if Queen Naomi family uh, will be like. We want to know what the outcome of the Queen Naomi's family meeting will be like. We really want to know. So my question now is: Do you think we need? Do you think Ooni of Ife being in a 7 days seclusion will negatively affect the outcome of this all important family meeting? Do you think so? Well, time will tell. Sorry for that call that came in. Okay, my apologies. So, in conclusion, I'm saying, do you think, do you think the 7 days seclusion that Ooni of Ife is having will negatively affect the outcome of this meeting? Well, time will tell. But what do you think? Please leave your comments. I want to hear what you think about this. I want to hear. Sorry once again for that call that was coming in. So sorry. So I'm going to end it up by saying that leave your comment here. Thank you once again for being here for us. God bless you. Bye bye.